Morning, everybody. Nick from Meat Smoke Fire. Cool. My mouth's on fire. I've just eaten something with chilli on it. So if I'm going like this, anyway. Helena's. We're definitely working. I can hear myself over in the garden. Anyway, don't need my glasses. So this week, in light of the fact that Helena bought me some lovely Balti bowls for Christmas, I've seasoned them so they were a silver colour. We thought we'd do curry week. I think I announced that last week. So they're just black. I've just put oil in them, put them in the egg for 180 degrees I left them in for a few hours and then just kept oiling them, and they go black and they almost get non-stick. So we'll see how we do with these. So we're going to make 2 curries today. We're going to do a jalfrezi and a madras. So we're going to do those. We're also going to do our bhajis because we love them. I know we've done them before, but hey, we're going to do them again. We love them. We're going to try a brand new recipe for some naan and a new way of cooking them. So I've not tried it. It could be a disaster, but we'll give it a go. And of course, we're going to do our chicken tikka. So we need to get that on. So I'm going to do that first and then I'll do the intro. So over here, Andy. Wow, that's gone hot. But I'm just going to put, so it's just our normal Parmjit's chicken tikka. I'm going to drop it into the Let's Q tandoor. So we'll load these up. I've only got 5 skewers, but that should be enough for 2 curries and 4 of us, if anything too much. But we'll get them going. So get those in there, they're cooking. Now I think this is reading high, but anyway, it is what it is. I want it to be about 250 degrees, 220, 250 degrees, so we can cook those through. We want them to blacken up a little bit on the outside, go a bit crunchy, a bit gnarly, but then get them to at least 74 degrees. They're chicken thighs, so we could go a little bit higher. If it's chicken breast, go for 74. If it's chicken thigh, you can cook them a little bit longer. You can see the outside of this egg is steaming a bit, and you can see it up here as well. It's because it's soaked up a bit of moisture from the air and it's just expelling that while it's warm. So steams a little bit. Anyway, right, who have we got today? So, on camera, she's back, but going on holiday next week. We always rib her about that. 7 a week off. She's going to watch mine.
They can't even hear me, honestly.
Yeah, no, I'll stand a bit closer. But yeah, she's going to watch my nephew do gymnastics.
Well, no, I can't watch him. But,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're going up there.
I'm going away. Yeah.
We've got the RB73 on. Details on the website. We've got it fired up, but it's a bit breezy today. Helena's probably getting it, but Mama isn't. Mama at the bar, of course.
Cheers.
Cremon today. Posh today, not Prosecco, and Helena typing away. She's also got the second mic on. So there you go. Right, my nose is running. So excuse me for a second.
Oh, I just have to say, Lexi's just back from football and she scored the only 2 goals for her team. Well done, Luke.
Get in, Lexi. So Lexi plays, who was she, Cambridge United today, or was that last night?
No, St Ives.
St Ives today. Okay, well, she plays and Sol does a lot of gymnastics. So anyway, who have we got on, Helen?
So Nikki's just joined. Nick from Car.
Nikki Montero?
Yeah.
Something's beeping.
Nick from Car Brighton. Oh, it's a rice maker.
Oh, okay, cool.
Traeger Grill.
Nick,
Traeger.
morning, Nick from Carb. Nick he might be back. If not, it's one of his final few days in Thailand. And we didn't get to do the Thai street food thing that we said we were going to do. But we will go and eat at his place. I need to book that.
Jane Bleakley is on.
Morning, Jane.
And Sarah is on, and Let It Be Meat, and Franco and Mark from Smokefried Food, and Sue.
Wow.
Soldier Boy Barbecue, Johan, Vicky Mumford, Let It Be Meat, Joe Watson, Scott McKenzie.
Morning, Scott, up in Scotland, funny enough.
Franco, Richard Gilbert, Stuart, Recipe for a Biscuit, Ocus Pocus.
Oh, that's a new one. I haven't had that, have we?
Hedges, Harry Kelly.
Wow, loads.
Yeah, loads of people.
Loads and loads.
Samantha as well.
Right. So, bit of a break. I'm going to make 2 curries from this book. This is a guy called, he's Richard Sayce, but he goes by Misty Ricardo. There are a couple of books out there, or a couple of guys out there who do what's called British Indian restaurant cooking. So trying to recreate Indian dishes, but at home. And what's key to doing that, if you come over, Andy, is each of these dishes, the way they get them to your table so quickly is they use what's called a base sauce. So this is onions, there's a carrot or part of a carrot in there, there's a whole bunch of spices, and this I cooked for about 3 hours last night. A bigger pot than that, so we'll make a big batch and then freeze it. But that should be enough for 2 curries. And that's how the curry houses make your curry very quickly. So they use the base sauce and then add it into whatever you're going to do. So we're going to make 2. So first of all, let's get one of these dishes on. Let's get it warmed up. I'll grab the other one. Just going to let that warm up. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in there. So I'm using groundnut oil. Little bit of oil on there. This egg is probably about 200 degrees. I'm not sure that the thermometers are bang on yet. I need to adjust them again. I think I said that last week, especially this one. I think the others are all pretty good. That one might be a bit high, but we'll make some adjustments. So we're going to do the jalfrezi first. So obviously jalfrezi, a lot of peppers, a lot of onions. So what we need to do is get these nice and hot and blacken them off. So in this bowl, I'm going to get them in there, get this egg warmed up a bit. And in fact, what I might do is actually put them a lower level. So bear with me 1 second, because that will help get it hotter faster. So we'll drop that down, stop me spilling it as well. And what we need to do with those is just break them up a little bit. And we want to blacken them. So while they're blackening, we'll have a look at our bhajis. So, I'm sure we have made these before on camera. Keep putting all this cling film in. So, to make our bhajis, we have made these because I've talked about when we're on the street when I was cycling through India. And they're quite a dry mixture. They're not the balls that we normally make, but we've got gram flour in here. We've got salt. We've got baking powder. We've got cumin, a tablespoon of cumin seeds, teaspoon of fennel seeds. We've got rice flour. So this is basically ground up rice. I just put it in the Thermomix, grind it up. And then we've got 2 chilies in there. That's our dry ingredients. And then we've got 200 millilitres of water. So all that can go in. We'll get that mixed up a bit to make our batter. So you can see that's all coming together nicely. Bit of batter there. Ooh, splash that everywhere. And then I have 2 onions in here. And then just chop them finely. So what we need to do is just break those up. They'll break up as we mix it all through. What I have forgotten, oh no, I'll use this spoon. Just a spoon to do this. To put them into the oil. Now, I think we've talked about this before. Big Green Egg don't like people deep fat frying on the eggs because they think it's dangerous.
Nick, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Why do you use rice flour rather than normal flour?
Rice flour's in there to give it a bit of crunch. When you bite through these, it will be crunchy. You'll get a bit of a, like, not a sandy texture, but you know what I mean. A bit of crunch in there. It doesn't soak up water. If you put rice flour, a normal flour in there, it would soak up the water, get really stodgy. The rice flour stays whole, gives a little bit of texture, a little bit of crunch. It's beautiful. Right. So that is our dry mixture. Now what we'll do when we're ready is we're going to pop that in tablespoon amounts. Something like that. And we'll get that cooking. Let's go back and look at this one, Andy. So this is going to take a few minutes. But what we're looking to do is start to blacken these. So you want to break the onion segments down. You want to toast these in the bowl. Whoops. I'll leave that bit. So these are going to take a few minutes to go, but we'll get those going. Helena, could you grab me a set of tongs? I've forgotten to bring my tongs out.
Yeah.
Either the big ones or the little ones. Either's fine. So we're going to get those blackened. And then we'll take them and set them aside, and then we're going to make the curry sauces for them to go in. Over here. Which side are you going? Usual?
Yeah.
Perfect. So on this egg, I'm going to turn it up a bit now because this is where we're going to make the naan, and I'm going to try something different. You'll see I've got, I'm going to indirect here, so I've got the convector underneath, got my normal shelf, and instead of using a baking stone, I'm going to try it on a cast iron pan. So in the book, it's recommended to use a cast iron pan, so you want to get this nice and hot. It needs to be, 250, 300 degrees. So I'm going to turn this up now, get that nice and warm. And then over here, we've just got a little rice maker. It's just doing a bit of rice at the moment. It's ready, but it will hold it. Nick from Carb Brighton recommended that. He uses it at his cookery school. It's brilliant. Just put the rice in, water in, press the button, does it all for you. My sort of cooking. Well, with rice. Thank you.
What the thing out?
Oh yeah, perfect. Right, this one. Let's see how we're doing. You can hear them going nicely now. I'll recover that bit. So we just want to start getting them a bit toasty on the outside, get a little bit of black on them. So it's going to take a little while. Starting to go, you're getting a little bit of colour there. What I might do is just turn it up even more. Just for a couple of minutes. Lovely. Let's have a look at our chicken. Now this is going to take about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Always takes longer than you think. But what you should be able to see, outside's crisping up nicely. Let's turn it around so you can see that. Let's move it over here. Yeah, move that one over there. Just move them around a bit. But yeah, look at that. Getting those nice crispy bits on there. It might be a bit warm if anything, but we'll leave it. He says, turning it down a tiny bit. So yeah, the tandoor rings bit back in stock. All the Let's Q stuff came back in this week. 180 items were delivered on Tuesday, I think it was. And you've all bought them. So I think 14 orders went out yesterday, which is brilliant. We've had an amazing week. One lucky customer, incredible, bought Vlaze, all 3 units and a fridge this week. My biggest ever order, and there wasn't even an egg in it. So well chuffed for that one. Somebody is going to have a very beautiful garden when it's done. Lucky person. But we also installed a Kamado space unit down in Clevedon, now down in Bristol. Went down there for the day. Lovely garden as well. Beautiful garden overlooking the Bristol Channel. So anyway, yeah.
Pilot Mark Charles just says, "Hey Nick."
Oh, Pilot Mark Charles. Pilot Mark Charles is one of the guys I ski with. So morning, Mark. Where is he? Is he in the Anchorage or China? Ask him. There you go. Oh, I've asked him. He'll be able to tell you. Right, here we go. Starting to get a bit of colour on them, starting to cook down. That's what we're after. Yeah, jalfrezi, a lot of onion. Well, it's just one onion, in fact. One medium onion, half a pepper, half a green, half a red. In fact, it should be a quarter. I've put a half in because I like a bit more. I'm going to struggle to get it all in a dish, but... So, did he say where he is?
Cardiff.
Cardiff? Well, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? China or Anchorage, he's in Cardiff. So Mark flies cargo planes. Didn't used to, but through lockdown has flown cargo planes. So spent a lot of time in China or Anchorage, flying between the two. Cardiff, not so great. Cardiff Airport. I did some training down there for the British Airways. They've got their maintenance department down there. I was training them. They're looking good. Oh, another minute or so and we are done on those, and then we'll get these curries going. Oh, right, I need a drink, Andy. I've left my Coke somewhere. Right.
Oh, he's just got back from China and bought 32 tonnes of antigen tests back.
There you go.
Well done, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. 32 tonnes of antigen, wow. Yeah, he was flying. We got back from skiing a week ago. No, 2 weeks ago. Obviously, I did the cook last week. And he was flying straight out to China that week. So, obviously been... Right, I'm calling those. Got enough little bit of colour on there, bit of char. You could go a little bit more, but that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take them off and put them in back in the bowl they came out of. Now, we're going to start with this curry. This may get...
Messy.
Yeah, I don't want it too hot. So we're going to turn down a tiny bit. Right, let's go through our ingredients. So, we have... Now, with all of these curries, if you get the book, first of all, you need to make the base sauce, the curry base sauce. This is garlic and coriander, garlic and ginger, sorry, chopped up. So that's 2 teaspoons of that. We've got in here they make a base, they call it a spice mix. So it's a mix of a lot of the spices. This is going to blow away if I'm not careful. Yeah. So we've got some of that. We've got some chili powder. We've got a tiny bit of garam masala. We've got some salt, and we've got some tandoori masala. Now, all of these you can get from a good Indian or Asian shop. I've got a great one just down the village, so it's perfect. Right, so into our bowl. I'm going to put 3 or 4 tablespoons. It seems like a lot, but if you've ever been out for a curry, you get a lot of oil in there. Right, we're going in with our garlic. And we're just going to fry that for a little bit. These are going to be quick curries. So give that. And we're going to make it all in the bowl, in the Balti bowl. So give that a second. Let's just see what temperature we're at on our chicken. Oh, I've left my thermopent on the floor. How did I drop that? Twice. Having a bad day. Oh, that's not the way I want to do it, is it? Oh, that's twice I've done that. Did that last time. So 56, not quite there yet. 63, 56. We want to get up to 70 something. 74, 53. So about another 5 or 10 minutes, which is perfect. Right. Leave that one behind. Sorry, Andy. Keep you on your toes today. Right. So we've got our garlic and ginger. Then we're going to go in with our dry spices. So all of those in, and we want to cook those. Now, as these cook down, we're going to add some of that base sauce mix. So I'll bring it over because we're going to ladle it in. So we only want a tiny bit in there just to help it cook. Now with the base sauce, you make it and then you dilute it with water. So it's half water, half base sauce. And this, we want to cook it. Can you smell that, Andy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Salivating.
We want to cook it through. So it's going to, he explains it as having little pits in it. So you'll see, probably need a little bit more sauce in there, tiny bit. Yeah, we'll let that then cook down a little bit. Oh, so that's one. I'm probably going to make the other one straight after it, so don't confuse it. So, got those. We're then going to add to it fenugreek leaves. These dried leaves here. This is coriander. I want that separately, so I'm going to add in the fenugreek. What's its other name?
Methy.
No, it's it's on the box. Anyway, the cardboard box, you know the one.
Yeah.
So that's going in. Whoa, look at that. That's looking like a proper curry sauce now. Going to let it boil down a bit. I might take it out and cool it down in a minute. Because we need to put some chicken in a minute.
Kasuri methi.
Right, the other ingredients that are going to go in. At the end, we're going to put in some tomatoes, quartered tomatoes. Obviously, we're going to put in some chilies. And I've forgotten my knife as well. Sorry, don't forget you're on mic. when you swear at me for leaving everything indoors. Right, now we're going to start to break it down a bit. So I'm going to go in with a ladle. What we're trying to do is with this sauce is just thicken it. Add that onion gravy or that sauce to it, and it will melt down a bit. I'm going to put in, this is a tablespoon of tomato and some water.
Kasuri methi.
Kasuri methi, that's it. Thank you for getting my knife.
Are those...
Yes, tomato puree and mortar. Sorry, yeah.
Nick, are those tandoors open?
We're back in the room. Sorry if you lost us there. So you can see we're going to now leave this to boil down a bit more. We want it to thicken up. So that's perfect. Right. Helena's worrying about our chicken. Sure it'll be fine. Yeah, still needs a bit more. 61. So I reckon another 5 minutes on that, so we're good there. It's going to get a bit smoky, that's all. Oh, keeping you on your toes today, Andy. Can you see it's boiling away? Look. Now this is our jalfrezi. Jalfrezi is pretty thick. So once we've got our chicken in there, it will thicken up a bit. We'll also put in back in all of our onions and our peppers. Right. So while that's doing its bit, I'm going to put it out the way a little and shut this a bit. We'll get the other balti pan on. So we're going to make our madras in that one. So I'm going to give that a second. I don't want it to get too hot and our egg out of control. Right.
Just got a whiff. It smells lush.
Oh, it's going to be good. What's that?
I've just got a whiff.
You got the smell over there,
Yeah.
did you? Yeah, I can't really... It's all here, Andy, sorry. I'm moving around. A good high heat is good for these. You want to get it slightly so it burns on the bottom. That's what gives it that curry house taste. So that one's looking good. Right, that other bowl should have warmed up a bit. So put some oil in. 3 or 4 tablespoons again. Groundnut oil because I'm doing a curry. You could use vegetable oil. So we're going to go in with 2 and a bit teaspoons again of our garlic and ginger. Seconds out. It says I'm using the wrong spoon. That's the one for this one. Oh, look at that, how that's pitting. That's perfect. See all the little holes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right, we'll pull this down for a sec. Keep shutting your egg. You don't want to get it too hot, otherwise you're in trouble. On this one, I'll grab the thermopen. I'll be back, Andy. We're aiming for an oil temperature of 180. Backed you into a corner there. This has obviously got a little bit of water in it, but we're a little bit high, 210. However, what will happen is as soon as I put some of the bhaji in there, it's going to bring the temperature down. So we'll be all right with that. But what you can see in the front here, it's reading 140, 150 it was at. So it's much lower. Again, it's because the wok is right down by the fire. I've talked about this before. Set your egg really low. The temperature will get up nicely. Right. Back in. So give that one a little stir. Well, it's thickening beautifully. This one looking good. So we're going to get in with some of our spices. So a madras is really simple. So I'm going to go in. This is cassia bark, which is otherwise known as cinnamon and some cumin seeds. So we'll get those in there. They'll start to pop. But that cinnamon bark, don't buy normal rolled up cinnamon. It's not the same. It'll all fall apart. That will stay as one piece. We'll cook it and then we're going to take it out at the end. So if you can get it, cassia bark it's called. Our herbs. So we have, this is a madras by the way. So we have our spice mixture, about 1.5 tablespoons. Yeah. We have a lot of chili powder. 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder. This is going to have a kick. Half a teaspoon of salt, and we've got our fenugreek leaves. So we'll get those in there. Similar process. We're going to go in with all of those herbs. Going to stir this around. We want this to start cooking. Now, can you see how dry it's gone straight away? So we need some sauce in there. So we're going with a little bit of sauce to help cook it. I'll go this side, Andy. I'll swap sides with it. Is that better? So you can see, just get those spices. You want to get them cooking. Oh, it's looking good. Oh, smelling amazing. You've got a kick of chilli there. Oh, look at that. Nice thick sauce is what we're looking for. You see we've got a little bit of char on there as well. Perfect. I'll hold it and stir it so you can see what's going on. Right. Now we can get in with some bit more of that. I want to start just cooking it, then letting it.
And the difference in colours. Do you know what I mean?
I've just got a whole whiff of that. Oh! So I start breaking that one down. Good. Let's have a look at our chicken quickly. Keep doing this. Oh, I've left my thermopen behind. Stay where you are, Andy. I just have one on each station. I've got enough. $64, and of course we're going to put it into some sauce and cook it for a few minutes, so we could take some out in a minute, which I might do for that jalfrezi. Right, I'm going to do that for the jalfrezi. So I'm going to take a skewer or two. I'll come back.
Do you want a different plate? So I don't cook it.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to scoop it straight in.
Okay.
So we want to get some of that chicken in there. I'm going to get another skewer. Oh. Oh, look at that. Just pop this back and I'll be there in a sec. I reckon we need a tiny bit more sauce. In there. This one is doing beautifully. Right, so I'm going to go back in with our onions and our peppers. We'll get that churned up. Oh yes, look at that. Now that wants to sit for about 5 minutes. I'm going to pop a couple of these tomatoes. I'll pop all 4 on. And let that sit. You really want to try and get that cooking nicely. This one we're going to add some more sauce in. So the idea is you add a bit of sauce and then you let it boil down a bit. It's just so that the onions caramelizes in that sauce. So to this one we need to add more tomatoes. This is about 5 or 6 tablespoons of tomato sauce, they call it. It's basically tomato puree, so about 1.5 tablespoons of tomato puree and the rest water. So we'll get that in there. So that will give us a red colour. Looking good. Oh, this is going to be our madras.
Nick, can you just do a little recap? Because we've got quite a few people that have joined, so they've asked about the base sauce.
Okay, so the base sauce, this is from Misty, I'm going to shut the lid for a second, from Misty Ricardo's cookbook.
Oh, sorry, I got it here.
Oh, you've got it over there.
Used it to put it in the chat.
Yeah, I will recommend this in the book section. If you click on it in the book section of the website, I get about 3p when you buy it, but it does all help. So it's Misty Ricardo's British Indian cooking. So British Indian restaurant food. So it's trying to do like restaurant food, but at home. It uses a base sauce. So we're using the base sauce in pretty much every curry. I'm doing a madras and a jalfrezi. So the jalfrezi is the one we've just done with the onions and the peppers. The madras we're doing a bit more heat, but a lot less ingredients. So we've got in there, this is our madras at the front. We've got lovely gravy. We've got this cassia bark, which is cinnamon bark. In this one, we're just leaving that to cook itself down now. This, we can now put a bit more gravy in. I'm going to keep adding it till we get enough sauce in here. Add it in slowly and then let it cook down a bit. That's almost ready to start adding the chicken. So we're good there.
So what's in the base sauce?
So in the base sauce, a lot of onions. So if you make the whole batch, I suggest you make half a batch. A whole batch is 7 onions, so I just did 3.5. So onions, there's garlic, there's a whole bunch of herbs and spices, ginger. What was the surprise one that I put in yesterday? Oh, coconut. So either coconut milk or grated desiccated coconut. So there's some coconut in there. But yeah, use that, make the sauce. Now there's 2 different books. There's one called by the Curry Guy and there's this one by Mr. Ricardo. I've made the Curry Guy's base sauce and I don't like it. We made the jalfrezi this week with his base sauce and it just wasn't the same. Mr. Ricardo, so much better in my opinion. I've got both sets of books. I prefer this one. Right, our madras. Cooking down nicely. Our jalfrezi is looking amazing. Oh, what I do need to add to our jalfrezi is some chilies. So I'm just going to get some green chilies here, cut them down the middle. Got 3. Let's chuck those in. That's looking like a proper. Right, this one, our madras. Give it a stir. Let's go and get some chicken for it. So I'll leave it open for a sec, Andy. So going in with our chicken. Oops. I'm going to go and get some more. So the chicken is chicken tikka. This is Parmjit's chicken tikka. So Parmjit was one of the guys I used to work with. Love this as a recipe. Last one. One more in there. Let's put another one in there. Sorry, Andy. Did I get you? Right. Now, last couple of things to go in. A few dashes of Worcester sauce.
You haven't forgotten the naan, have you?
No, haven't forgotten the naan.
Just chicken.
I'm going to do them last. A couple of tablespoons of lemon juice. So I'm going to use juice of a lemon. Get that into this madras. And then a bit of sweetener. So I'm just going to put some mango chutney in. So a couple of tablespoons of mango chutney. Get those in. Put that there. Get a glove and we'll give it a good stir. Get all those. Oops. Oh, look at that. We're going to have. Oh, I've forgotten my coriander. Coriander. Needed to put that in. Probably put it in the wrong dish now, Naomi. Well, it's in there now. We're going to. So we'll leave both of those to cook away now. Might put a tiny bit more. No, I think we're all, well, a little bit more sauce in there. Let's leave those cooking. So Helena's saying, you haven't forgotten your naan. No, I haven't forgotten the naan, and I haven't forgotten the onion bhajis either. So let's do bhajis first, and then we'll do naan because they'll take seconds. So what we're going to try and do, about 5 of these, but only small. Pop them in. Don't want them too big. 4 or 5. Now they're not supposed to be balls like you get in some restaurants. This is how they're done on street food. I'm only going to get 4 in, I think. So we'll let those fry for a minute or 2 and then we'll flip them over. But we want them to go nice and golden brown. So give that another stir while we're waiting. Can you see how this one's going golden on the edges? The onions are cooking, but they're all separate. Oh, they're going to be good. Right, while those cook for a second, could you grab my naan bread, please, Helena?
Yes.
So the recipe for the naan bread's out of his book as well. It suggested cooking it directly on a cast iron pan. So I made this earlier. So it's self-raising flour, a bit of baking powder, milk, water, an egg, but very simple recipe. So I've made it, let it sit for 2 hours, and then you make it into balls and let those sit for a couple of hours. So they've been sitting for roughly that. Just checking nothing is going mad over here. No. And then we're going to roll them out into naan breads. I'm going to paint one side with oil, hence I've got my little basting brush and a bit of oil here.
Here's some I prepared earlier.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we need some flour. He actually says dipping it into the flour, but we'll take the balls, I'm going to get them nice and floury. Got my rolling pin. I'm going to get these and make them naan bread shaped. Ish. Now, when we've done them before, about a pound coin thick is about right. So that sort of thickness, that feels lovely. Right, and then I'm going to paint one side with oil. This is going to be the top when we put it on. And the idea is it crisps up the naan a little bit.
Don't forget your bhaji.
I haven't forgotten the bhaji's. I knew you were going to say that. Let's go and not forget the bhaji's. Get them flipped over. Sorry, I should have moved that egg out of the way, shouldn't I? Look at those. Going nice and golden. Flip them over. Oh, looking good.
Smell gorgeous.
We love these. If anything, I could turn that up a little bit more now. So I'm going to do that. Right, let's go and try one of these naan on this. Never done it before. So, nice and hot. Nice smoking cast iron. We want the bottom to catch. The idea is it should start to bubble up fairly quickly. I can see it's already started. Oh, we're back.
Oh, back.
Don't know what happened there. Phone had a moment. Right.
Franco's asked, did you put any oil on the tray?
The baking tray already had a little bit of oil on it. So these could do with a little bit more. So I'm going to open it up, turn it up a little bit. Let's have a look at our curries. Oh, look at that. Ooh, lovely. That's our madras. And this one, they say, try and not to look at it. It should burn a little bit, which it is. It's just catching. That's perfect.
Nick?
Yeah.
Where did we get that spatula thing from?
Spatula, I think I got it off Amazon.
Okay.
But you can get it, if you go to a Chinese supermarket, they'll have them. And a lot cheaper.
And what temp for...
That is up at
bhaji?
$2.50 for their naan.
Thanks, Nick has said it's called a spider.
There you go. Thanks, Nick.
Oh, whoa.
I probably burnt it now. Oh, no. Oh. Just flip him. Look at that.
So just remind people of the temperature, please.
250 degrees. Walking behind. We need to reboot our... Are we back? Yeah, we just need to reboot our outside thing. Something's not working today. But yeah. So naan. Now you could brush it then afterwards with a bit of oil. But yeah, let's get another one ready. Oh, I'm excited about these. They're looking pretty good. So, bit of flour.
I think they might be the most successful ones you've done.
Yeah. And they're pretty easy to make.
Same book.
Get a bit of oil on this side.
Are you planning on publishing the recipes and just giving Mystique credit?
Yeah, I'll probably publish some. I need to think about that, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, people have asked. That's
Yeah. But yeah, buy yourself the book. I'll put a link to the book. The book is epic. Oh, look at that bad boy. I'm going to take that one off.
Oh, you just missed that.
Oh, sorry, Andy. One in, one. Now the cast iron should hold the heat nicely. Look at that. That's not a bad little naan. Might need a bit more. I might put it on back for a tiny bit more. I'll just plonk him at the back over there. Hang on a sec. But they're looking good. Bhajis.
Oh, I like that idea. You can sprinkle some nigella seeds on the
Oh yeah.
naan bread.
Right. With our spider. Thanks, Nick. I knew it had a name, but I couldn't think of it. So let's get these out. Obviously, should have put some towel underneath. They are going to be good. Get the next batch in. We're going to eat like kings today, Andy. And it's all going to be ready at the same time. Oil could do with it being a little bit hotter. I'm going to open it up a bit. 4 at a time. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Last look at our curries and then we'll start to serve. Oh, madras there, look at that. Right, I'm grabbing our jalfrezi. Just going to pop them on there for a second. Look at that.
Have you got any plans for next week's cook, Nick?
Haven't even thought about next week's
Okay.
cook.
That's just fine.
Tell us what you'd like to see, guys.
Just what
Let's
I've
have a
got
look at
in
that
the
naan.
chat. Didn't think you'd have got that far.
Oh, perfect. Right, that one's coming out. This one we're going to flip. Looking good. Roll one more, because we're all going to need one, aren't we? All right, let's pop that one on the board. Get one more naan ready. Probably got my mouth right over the mic when I said that, but I'm excited about this lunch.
So, Sam has asked, would it be okay to make the curry in advance and then reheat? Because she's only got one egg and so she'd like to make the bhajis fresh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as long as you just check
Yeah.
the temperature of the chicken.
Yeah, just get it nice and warm. Make sure you warm it through, or alternatively, make the bhajis and then reheat them in the oven, which we've done before. Yeah, we'll go like that. Now I have got a tandoor oven in the garage, would you believe? So you can stick them on the side. I'm hopeless at it. It's much easier not to fight gravity. So just do it like that. Right, let's get our last curry off. I think these little bowls have been a success, Helena. I'm going to put it on here because I don't want to burn that board because we present on that. Let's get
blooming onion. I have no
these
idea
turned
what that
over.
is.
Oh no, they need a bit more. But we'll go with these.
Rice.
Nick,
Yeah.
have you heard of a blooming onion?
A blooming onion. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Right, there's our bhajis going down. Got some chilies just to make it look pretty. Let's grab some rice. Need my gloves. What are you laughing
Franco's
at?
just said, you're able to find something in that garage?
Thanks, Franco. Yeah, my garage, as Franco knows, is an absolute tip. Well, it's just full of big green egg stuff. I mean, there's 40 odd bags of charcoal in there at the moment. So there's our rice. Let's move our chilies slightly. Get in there. Put chilli or two there. We'll move that up a bit. Should be able to get that one on there as well. Whew. It's tight. Need a bit of coriander. Knife.
Mum, can you just write Caribbean?
A bit of coriander to go on our madras. Tiny bit on our jalfrezi. Whoa, whoa, easy. Didn't lose it. Little bit on our...
Andrea, I forgot to tell you, Franco's coming for a lesson.
Oh yeah, Franco will be here in August. Hopefully that isn't a surprise.
No, he's just put it on.
Oh, okay. Because if it is, I've just ruined it. Right, flip the last one over. Oh, look at those. They're proper naan. Right. Yeah, this one's warm, I can feel it. How about that? So, chicken tikka jalfrezi, chicken tikka madras, some plain boiled rice, our bhajis, which are hidden by a lot of chilies, and some naan. That is curry in a hurry. What's that, 45 minutes? I don't even know what the time is.
12:17.
Ah, that is 45 minutes. So, now there was some prep there.
Fabulous cook.
Yeah. But doesn't that look good?
Can we taste this?
Yeah, go for it.
Can we?
I've got another one. Is that good?
Oh, they're the best ones so far.
Best so far? Hang on a sec. Just check my madras is all right. Sorry, Andy. Oh, yes. Oh,
Give Andy a bit of naan. It's alright, it's alright.
yeah. Here, Andy, grab a bit of naan. Dip it into our madras and see what you think. Now, obviously, they can't hear you. It's got a kick.
Very happy.
There you go. So, who knows what we'll do next week, but we'll be back. We won't be here the weekend of the 26th, is it? 26th. We're going to have a weekend off that weekend, so just let you know. But otherwise...
I've got some suggestions for next week.
Perfect.
Greek, Lexcue, Spanish tapas, Caribbean, and a blooming onion.
Well, Greek and let's cue souvlaki.
Yeah. Although we've done
Blooming onion. Yeah, that's basically where you chop the onion and then you put it in batter and then you deep fry it and it goes like that. But we're going to call it a day now. I'm around most this week. Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday, exciting. We've got Marco from Della Vita who make pizza ovens, outdoor pizza ovens. He's coming to cook with me. So we're going to spend the day or afternoon cooking together. It should be a bit of fun. So watch this space on that. But yeah, I'm around most this week, apart from when I'm playing golf. Don't know which day it is yet. But yeah, we'll see you next weekend. For those of you who have placed orders for classes, I'll confirm them this weekend. I just haven't done that yet. Classes were launched, by the way, last week. So there are some class 2s and 4 class 1s or 5 class 1s or whatever the number is for August and September. And that's it then. Once they're gone, they're gone. I think that is our lot. I need to go and check on my bhajis. But thank you for watching and we will see you next week. Cheers, guys.